guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna go ahead and do a blue look. Somebody commented on one of my videos and they said, you sound like this other YouTuber. Sorry, her name is Savannah Sylver. So I want to check out her channel, and yeah, you know, I think she's originally from the Caribbean, but she lives in Japan now, so she has a Caribbean accent, or what we usually say back home, you know, because I'm always from back home, doesn't matter where I am in the world. So that's the only like real similarity, and she likes bold colors. One of her looks was a blue, so today we're gonna go ahead and create that blue look. So let's get started. So she did go ahead, and I'll put the insert of that up here, kind of, you know, I'll record my screen so you can kind of see it. She did go ahead and tape up her eye, and so we're gonna start with that. She used tape, but I have my little friends here, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that. Ooh, these are the e.l.f. shadow guards, so I'm gonna use that. So the look she actually, or that I'm gonna recreate today, and I'm not gonna do her whole face, I'm just gonna recreate her eye look. I don't have the exact palettes that she has, because she actually used OPV Beauty, and then they're based in, I guess, the UK brand, because I went on the site and it looks like that's the only way I could get it. I did order them, but it looks like it's gonna take a second to get here, so I'm just like, I don't want to wait. So we're gonna go ahead. I have quite a few different palettes that has some blue, so I'm just gonna play with it and see if I can come up with as close to the blues that she used as possible. We'll see. When I'm gonna recreate a look, I don't really like using not the exact palette, because then I'm like, this blue not gonna look the same, but it's fine, we'll make it work. I'm actually gonna prime my lid with Roma Zero. Yeah, I know, it's like white, stark white, so we'll see how that ends up. I rarely use that because it's white, and usually I don't go that light, but sometimes I do, and today is one of those sometimes. Man, I'm so tired. Like, I work like 11 hours today, and then I'm like, I gotta record though. I usually don't just do like a blue eye, but we'll see. And I will gonna run her video on the screen so you can kind of see, well, the eye part of it. She does her makeup differently than I do, so we will see. I'm really just gonna try to create just the shadow. These are my favorite. These are Waterloo sparkling water, and then watermelon is my favorite. I'm obsessed with sparkling water. Obsessed. Okay, let's go ahead and start. I'm actually gonna use, first I'm gonna go in with this palette. This is the collab with Alyssa and Edwards with ABH. I'm actually gonna use this color right here, this color, which is just a really dark blue. It's called Dream It, you know, Dream It. It's gonna happen. And for that, I'm gonna use an M443 from Morphe, and we're just gonna go ahead and stamp that in the order V. I'm gonna grab my handy dandy mirror. Man, I feel like it's a good thing I'm doing this before I do my base, and I usually do. Just, this is the main reason why I do this too, because there's like a ton of fallout on that blue. I wish I had the same blue that she has, but couldn't get it, not fast enough. I'm actually gonna swap this all to an M506, and this is also from Morphe. It's just, it's smaller, and I feel like it's gonna give me more of what I want. Perfect. I'm actually gonna go back to my concealer brush that I used to apply that primer, and I'm just gonna make sure there's no creases, and we're just gonna do the same thing like we did to the other eye. I actually only really got this palette because it was kind of different from all the other ABH palettes. I got this one and I got the Amrezy one because I wanted the mirror. So yep, so we're just tamping and then we're just feathering out the edges just a little bit. I'm not really blending, I'm more just kind of, you know, just doing little circular motions just to make sure the edges are not harsh. If you don't have blues and you kind of want to follow this a lot, I feel like this look would also look really pretty with, like, if you do all purpose. You know, I might try that. But today we're just gonna follow up Miss Savannah's eyeshadow look. I know I'm wearing this shirt, right? And I told my husband, I'm like, man, well, is this shirt looking like a cow, you know? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, the thing is on it. He's like, I don't know the spots, but he was so confused.
Just what do you see when you look at one of these beauty mags anyway? Me?
And then I'm like, no, it doesn't look like, you know, it doesn't look like a cow. That's the wrong animal. Like it looks like a giraffe. Like that's the correct one. I liked it because of like the ruffles on the sleeve and kind of have the tie. I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. I don't know. I usually don't buy stuff like this. I feel like I bought that top more because of the style and not necessarily the color. And that's where kind of like most of the work comes in, is to kind of just blend the edges, because you don't want the edges to be harsh because it just looks messy. And blue can be a difficult color to blend, so you want to be real careful because you don't want it to be patchy either. So I'm actually gonna go into this palette. This one is called or the brand is Moira, and this is Wanderlust Dream Series palette. And I'm gonna go into this color right here. See, look right here, and this color is called Discover. What they discover in, no idea, but that's the color I'm gonna go in with. I don't know why I'm dancing. I'm gonna take another M506 and I'm just gonna clean it on my wipe because I think I want this, because this is a shimmer, so I want it a little bit damp, not like wet, just damp. And I'm gonna go to town. I mean, her blues are not gonna be, again, as I said, like, or my blues are not gonna be the exact same shade as hers, because we are using different palettes, but I'm gonna try to get it as close to the shades that she used. Yeah, I love this blue, so bright. I think this is actually this is my favorite color. It's like royal blue, but you know, I keep saying royal blue is my favorite color, but I don't really buy a lot of things that's like royal blue because it can be bright. So you just want to pat this and kind of just make sure it just kind of blends in with that other blue. Now I'll go in with a clean brush after done with this one, and I move to my next palette. I know, like, I wanted to get most of the shades in just one palette, but I couldn't. It wasn't happening. So I was like, okay, I'll just mix it up. I'm actually gonna use an M124 from Morphe. I'm gonna do the same thing because that's another shimmer, and I'm gonna go back to another ABH palette. This one is the Amrezy one. I actually want this color right here, which is Leo, which is this blue right here. Actually, it's darker than it pulls on camera, but that is the shade I'm gonna go in with. Ooh, this is pretty, I can already tell. I'm topping up some of this because it's like a lot. And we are done with this palette. I know. And we're gonna go. Actually, I have another single shadow. I think it's from ABH. If it's not from ABH, it might be from NYX. But I'm just cleaning my blush again. And we're gonna go in. I'm not sure. Let me see. Who is this from? Who is this color from? I have no idea. But it looks like so. It's kind of light blue. And I have that in the Z palette. I don't know. I think it's from NYX, you know. Yeah. I think that's where I got that from. NYX. And I'm gonna use the same brush that I just used, but I cleaned it up. And I'm just gonna put this in my inner corner. I wish I had something a little bit lighter, but this will work. And voila, easy peasy. Yep, love it. I'm gonna take this clean brush. This is an R39 from Morphe, and I'm just gonna make sure like everything is nicely blended just on the edges. So I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not adding any product. And let's go with the eyeliner. I'm gonna use my Kaja. I have no idea what all my other eyeliners. I feel like for the last like 3 or 4 videos I've used the same eyeliner. Let's have a little drink. Water, sparkling water to be exact. That's like my guilty pleasure. Instead of drinking soda, I drink this. So I still get my, you know, my fees and everything else, but not all the calories that come with drinking a Coke. Nice. Let's go ahead and rip off the band-aid. Put this over here, and let me go ahead and clean my fallouts. You can see all the fallouts I had here, but I don't have any issues with fallout. I just make sure that I do my base. I do my eyes before I do my base, and then you're good. Man, I really like how this looks coming out. It's so pretty. I'm not sure why I don't do blue looks more or incorporate blues. I do, but not as much. Like I should, you know, I should have thought about that. But she's really good, and her look came out really pretty. I think she did the all Morphe look, which is not what I'm doing at all. I'm only following her eye look. That's it. That's it. So now that we've done with the eye, I'm gonna go ahead and moisturize. I'm using, you know, my OG here. One pump each. Really, really good. So I love when my face is like, just, you know, it's kind of looking out for me, you know. Sometimes it doesn't. Let's go ahead and use this. This is the watercolor primer from Cover FX. Gonna shake it. I don't know if I don't really like this bone because I feel like it's so dark. And I'm just gonna put a little bit in my hand and just go to town. It's not really tacky, but it's fine. I usually prefer, you know, my base a little bit tacky, but this will work. I'm gonna use my 732 from Luxie, which is my foundation blush. I'm actually gonna use my Laura Mercier, and then this one is in Maple, which is 4W1, and it's the Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear Foundation. Just gonna give it a little shake. Move your body. I don't know. Let's all forget that I did that. Actually, I can dance, you know. it's just not something, you know, that I love doing on camera, but yeah. I actually really like this foundation. It's like semi-matte. It's not fully matte, but the foundation I was gonna use before is like dewy, and I don't always want to be so dewy, so. And I'm bringing this close to my hairline because we don't want to have any, you know, beginning and end. We want it to all kind of just mesh in. And I feel like sometimes my foundation pulls like so white on camera, but I promise it's not. The only time I buy foundation online is if I buy it already and I know what my shade is and I just doing like a repurchase. I don't just buy foundation online because it never matches, in my opinion. For me, I have to do this because if I smile, see like right here, that kind of dimply thing that's, you know, shows up here. It's pretty, but it's gives me a problem later because now I have smile lines. And my foundation, love those. It just sips through that and just, you know, kind of chill. I'm gonna go in and put in a little corrector, and I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury Tan Dole number 3. Just looks like so. Looks so kind of. It's orange because orange, you know, Cancer black on me. I know the ugly looks because I'm going all the way up there, making sure this is nicely blended. I really don't have a Laura Mercier concealer. Never liked any of the concealers, but let's go and use another OG, which is my Power Fabric from Armani, and then this one is in 7.75. I'm hearing like a noise. That's why I keep looking. I'm like, do we have a ghost in here? Like a. So to the side of the nose and the side of the mouth here. While this is dry, and I'm actually gonna prep my lashes. Today we're gonna use this lashes. This is called Chummy, which is looks like so. Actually, let me take it off in here. And this is from Morphe. Kind of looks like so. Focus, focus, focus. Yep, that's it. Oof. This is dramatic. But Miss Sylver did use pretty dramatic lashes to go with her blue eyes, so we're gonna do the same thing. I'm hearing some music playing, so I'm dancing. I promise I'm not crazy. Or I'm not hearing things. Like I can actually hear some music. And I'm gonna use my die hat, you know, right here, which is my lash glue from Kiss in clear. I feel like I'm on repeat because, you know, if you watch my videos, you know that I'm gonna use this lash glue because that's my favorite. And I promise you, I've tried other ones. They just don't work. I tried other ones because I'm like, oh Lord, if they stop carrying these lashes, because you know brand be doing that. They're like, something will be amazing, and they're like, discontinued, and I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Like, why would you go ahead and pretty much break something that's like perfect? Let's go into blending this concealer because now I feel like it is so dry. But this concealer is so creamy that it's just, see, no issues. This is another concealer. I feel like I should get one shade lighter. I'm actually gonna do something a little bit crazy today. I'm gonna like just shock you guys with the color lipstick I'm gonna wear. Wait for it. I'm not gonna tell you right now because it's gonna be a surprise. Can maybe give you like a little hint. It's from Lime Crime and it's bright. See, I gave you guys 2 hints. 2 hints. 2 hints. Man, I love this blue look. Then just a quick dab with my powder brush. No, with my foundation brush to just make sure everything is blended nicely. Have to be so careful with the brows, because we're not redoing those brows. I can tell you that. I'm actually gonna use this brush is gonna dirty, and I'm just gonna. This is so. I love using this powder from Beauty Bakery. I'm gonna just dab some in here because I'm gonna need it. Because that blue, remember we had that fallout, and I'm gonna go back to it. So I'm gonna look up to make sure that that powder is going in, and you know, just kind of just melting in the skin. I'm just gonna leave this like here because I'm gonna come back to this powder brush, and let's go in and powder. I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury powder in number 2 medium. Let's go in with my Laura Mercier, and then this is my Caviar Volume Mascara. Let's volumize these babies because they need it. I feel like I need to go back in with my eyeliner. Let me clean up my applicator, and I'm gonna go in and put on my lashes. I'm actually gonna leave this here, and let's clean that lips. And I don't know what color. Did I just crack my knuckles? I'm terrible at that, I know. I'm trying to stop, I promise. I promise, but I've been doing this like pretty much my whole life. And for my waterline, I'm actually gonna use Out of the Blue by Marc Jacobs. Out of the Blue, I'm gonna use a blue liner. You know, I'm dancing because it's Saturday, it's the weekend, I'm off tomorrow, so I'm living my best life today. Ooh, let's try this. Let's try the 510 from Crown. It's a C510. It's just kind of a short dome brush. I feel like I'm gonna have a mess. Pray for me, y'all. Pray for me. But let's go ahead and let's put this on first. And let's just leave that like here. Let it do its thing. Let it do what it do, baby. And let's just go in with that first shade that I used on the Order V. Hate this brush. I'll find something. Ooh, maybe this brush here from Morphe. This is 210. Let's try this 210. It's the same type of brush, but this is like smaller, which might work. That is what I needed. Just tapping this because I don't want to go into heavy because I don't want no crazy fallout. I know I have the powder there, but I want very little fallout as possible. Okay, so I'm done with this palette, which is the first one that we used. Now I'm gonna go in and wet this brush because now we're gonna go into the shimmers, and I'm gonna go to these palettes. and go to that pretty blue called Discover. I'm pretty much just gonna mimic kind of what I did. And we're done with that one. We're moving quick. We're gonna go back to Miss Amrezy right here, and we're gonna go back to that blue. And I am done with this. I'm gonna wet this a little bit more, and we're gonna go back to the last color, which is what the color I have right here. And that is it. Let's go ahead and do a little squeezy to the lash. Just finalizing that push and make sure everything is nice and in place. And let's dust all that extra powder. Need another brush. I'm gonna go back actually to this brush, which is the blue brush, or the brush that I used with the first blue, which is an M506 from Morphe. I feel like I need to just blend this a little bit. Nothing crazy. That's it. Nothing, you know, insane. I'm gonna go to my E4 from Morphe, and let's go ahead and bronze this baby up. I'm actually using this bronzer from Lip Bar, and then this one is there's a blush and bronzer in there, and this is called Girls Night, but the bronzer is Girl Talk, and then the blush is Champagne. These are actually very pretty. I feel like I need a little thing in my, a little something in my, in my tear dot, like in there, to just make that look kind of like, oh, give that little oomph. I feel like I'm gonna put a little bit of glitter. We'll see. Let me drink some water, because when I put that lipstick, you know, the surprise, it's gonna be a problem. Actually, I'll use the blush. It's like kind of, it has a little bit of glitter in there, actually a lot of glitter. So the blush in there, not really my jam, but I do like the bronzer. I'm gonna go back to my powder and let's just carve this out a little bit. Not anything crazy. Like so, let's leave it there, and let's go to that lip. So I have this lipstick here. I think I've used this lipstick maybe like twice. This is from Lime Crime, and as I said before, and the shade is Denim Blue. But I'm like, oh my god, I don't know. This is blue. Like, but hey, I'm gonna go for it, right? Why not match my lip with my eye? Kind of using the tip to kind of just draw a liner, because I don't have a liner that's gonna match that. Yep, this is pretty. Not the everyday lipstick, but it's cute. She's cute. And I'm just gonna put a little bit more highlighter. Why not? Actually, I'm gonna use this highlighter from J.Cat. It's kind of pinky, and that color was kind of, I don't know. And let's just put more highlighter on. Why not? This color is actually, it's called Pink Goddess. It's not really pink though. It doesn't really come off pink. But I am glowing. I don't care what you say. I am glowing. Let's dust off that powder. I'm actually gonna use this new Make It Last, and this is from, it's a setting spray. This is from Milani. I feel like I'm missing a little thing. Just something little in my just right here. I'm gonna wet this blush, and I'm gonna go in. Actually, I have this. This is from Peaches and Cream. It's an edition, just loose glitter. This is Fantasy, and I'm just gonna put like the tiniest amount because these are like pigmented. I feel like I just need a little bit more of something right here. That's what I needed. Just a little something. And I made a mess. I wanted something, I got a lot. Because now this glitter is everywhere. Everywhere. And that's it, guys, for this blue eyeshadow look. This is recreating, as I said in the beginning of the video, recreating Savannah Sylver blue eyeshadow look. I feel like I came pretty close to the look that she did, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any video when I upload. And that's it. Bye, guys.